Well, now that we've got your attention, let the games begin! Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets! Uh-oh. 1 zeros, 1 zeros. I don't know, I just can't seem to get it right. First game up, mug shots.
My name's Verity. I bust bad guys. You wanna help? Come on in. We got 4 suspects pinned down. 3 of them are guilty. Listen to their stories and spot the mistakes. The ones that lie did the crime. Today we're interviewing 4 performers from the Dingaling Brothers Circus. 3 of them pulled off a daredevil robbery of an armored car yesterday. Remember, only one of these clowns is telling the truth. The other 3 are lying. Speaking of clowns, first up, Buttons Ha-Ha.
You're joking, Verity! I was rehearsing for my new act as a one-man band. I play the kazoo, the bassoon, and the caboose.
How does that sound to you? Are the kazoo, the bassoon, and the caboose all musical instruments? Let's move on to Pex Armstrong, the circus strongman.
You can't strong-arm me, detective. Yesterday, I was bending metal bars with my pinkies. Let's see, I used titanium, terrarium, and aluminum.
That's quite impressive, Pex. But are those all metals? Now it's the Russian trapeze artist, Ivana Flipova.
Verity, darling, I'm innocent. I just flew back from Mother Russia this morning. That's Russia, as in the largest country in the world.
Hey, I could look that good too, if I had that face and that figure. But is Russia really the biggest country in the world? Finally, there's Gilberto Whiplash, the one-armed lion tamer.
I didn't knock over an armored car yesterday. I was picking out sheep's wool because I'm knitting my mama a cashmere sweater.
One-armed knitting. He must be good. But does cashmere really come from sheep? Well, just like I figured, each criminal all but confessed. Did you spot the mistakes?
I play the kazoo, the bassoon, and the caboose.
Buttons is gonna be one sad clown. A caboose isn't a musical instrument. It's the last car on a freight train.
I was bending metal bars with my pinkies. Let's see, I used titanium, terrarium, and aluminum.
The only thing Armstrong was bending was the truth. A terrarium isn't a metal. It's a tank where you keep plants and small animals.
I was picking out sheep's wool because I'm knitting my mama a cashmere sweater.
You'll have time to knit sweaters for the whole family where you're going. Cashmere comes from a special kind of goat, not sheep. Bye-bye, Whiplash.
That's Russia. as in the largest country in the world.
Ivana's not just another pretty face. And she's not lying either. Russia really is the biggest country in the world. She just better stay away from my boyfriend, or there's one trapeze artist who's headed for a fall.
Hey, cats. It's your friend Sketch here to lay something heavy on you. Just 'cause you got eyes doesn't mean you always see. You got to get the whole picture before you really know what's going down. Don't believe me? Well, I'm gonna show you some pages from my sketch pad, but not every page. See if you can tell what's happening before I show you the missing pages. You dig? Now picture this. A family packs up and moves, leaving their house completely empty. This cat comes bebop-bopping along. He walks into the empty house. Less than a minute later, he comes back out again. Only the house that was just empty is now full. Crazy, man. Crazy. Are you hip to the scene? Can you figure out what really went down before I lay the missing pages of my sketch pad on you? Remember, you can look, but you don't always see. Check it out. Now, you might think he was carrying an inflatable raft in his pocket, but that ain't it. Or you may be thinking he turned on the water so the house was full of water. But that ain't it. So you gotta ask yourself, Daddy-O, what could a dude use to fill up an entire house in less than a minute? Are you seeing it? The dude turned the lights on. He filled up the house with light. Whoa, now that's heavy, you dig? So like I've been telling you, when you really use your eyes, you're gonna draw the right conclusions.
Who's got the next game? Well. Radio Scramble.
Hey, all you juicy fruits and M&Ms, this is your big boss with the hot sauce, Jumpin' Johnny Jumble, or as we say here, Jumpin' Johnny Meatballs. That's because here at Scramblin' Radio, we twist 'em and you fix 'em. In other words, my name is really Jumpin' Johnny Jumble. And that's how it works. Demented hits, deranged words, and you have to unscramble the letters we'll be hurling out at you. Dig it. Let's start it off with Connie Fusion and her new whacked-out hit, Pre-AT-Trium.
That guy is such a hottie. He knocks me off my feet. He leaves me with a fever and my face red as a beet. I got a pre-AT-Trium. I'm really burning up. A pre-AT-Trium, 'cause he's such hot stuff. A pre-AT-Trium. Someone call 911, 'cause I don't think I'll survive this pre-AT-Trium.
Man, that was cold. That was Connie Fusion with Temperature. Did you get it? And now it's time for another
Commercial spot.
Hey, you heroes and heroines. When walking isn't your thing anymore, why not stop in at Johnny Jumble's Suit Racks?
If your body's out of whack, you're right high on a suit rack.
It's sale time with Suit Racks reduced so low, Johnny loses money on every deal. And if you want to drive off in one today, remember, our salesmen aren't very bright, so you'll have to use the real name, Used Cars. Did you get that one, baby? I knew that you could. And now it's time for
Scrambling Sports with Billy Bull.
Thanks, Johnny. And today we take a look at the lighter side of sports with the wild and wacky world of Twiglerns. The grand old sport of Twiglerns announced a radical change in its rules, as from now on, opponents can only fall down if they are really hit. In addition, only genuine blood is acceptable. Most Twiglerns fans had no comment, as they already think Twiglerns is real. Of course, leaping from the top rope and shoving your knee into your opponent's stomach will continue to be allowed, for without it, it just wouldn't be wrestling. And that's it from the world of sports. Now back to Johnny. Thanks, Billy. And now it's about time to sail this old showboat into the sunset. So until tomorrow, this is
Jumpin' Johnny Blunkjet.
That's Jumble. Dig it.
Good job. Let's do another. This game on the way. Dirty Pictures.
Serving both Weldon for you today.
Whoa!
What? You okay there? Hey, what? Look at that!
Game time is 10 seconds. Psycho! Math.
I'm Professor Rocket. What's up? I tell you what's up. It's time to do some psycho math. Now get ready. Here's how psycho math works. I'll show you an equation, but instead of numbers, I will show you some pictures. Then you figure out what numbers the pictures stand for and solve the problem. It's crazy. Crazy like a fox. Ready? Then let's get to it. First, let's start with the number of hours in a day. Then add it to the number of legs on a grasshopper. Then divide it by the number of books in a trilogy. Professor Rocket is a speed reader and can read more than one book at a time and do psycho math. Now, we are gonna figure out the answer. You take 24 hours in a day. Add it to the 6 legs on a grasshopper. Hope you didn't guess 8. Divided by the 3 books in a trilogy. And the answer is 10. You heard me? 10. Y'all take a breath. Cause we're gonna do it again. The number of points you need to win a ping pong game. Next, add the number of yards in a first down in football. Then, take away the number of suns in our solar system. Okay, did you figure it all out? So, what does it equal? We got 21 points in a ping pong game, plus 10 yards in a first down, minus 1 star, or you might know it as the sun, in our fantastic solar system. And the answer is 30. And I do mean 30. Okay, one more. The number of words a picture is worth. You know, like the old saying. Then you subtract the number of meters in a kilometer, minus the number of women that have been presidents of the United States. You got the answer? Of course you do. There are 1,000 words that a picture is worth, minus 1,000 meters in a kilometer, minus 0 women that were U.S. presidents. What does it equal? 0. And the rock means 0. It may equal nothing, but to me, it's really something. Didn't know I was a poet too. Yes, children, Professor Rocket is full of surprises, but unfortunately, out of psycho math. Temporarily speaking, that is. So, I'll be coming up with more for you all. Until then, Professor Rocket's out.
Game done in 10 seconds. Poop or scoop?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. And if you don't think we've got a really big show for you, listen to this. Poop or scoop? Some rodents weigh more than 100 pounds. What do you think? Can rodents really get that big? If you smell a rat, say poop. But if you think this tale is true, call it the straight scoop. The answer is, it's the straight scoop. When you think of rodents, you usually think of rats and mice. But the king of all rodents has to be their big cousin, the capybara. Capybaras live in the Amazon and can grow to weigh as much as 140 pounds. Wow. Poop or scoop? The rhinoceros's horn is made of hair. What do you say? Is the rhino's horn made of hair? If you think you can just brush that aside, vote poop. But if you think this is one hair-raising story, vote scoop. It's the straight scoop. That's right. And I'm not talking about a little bit of hair on that chinny chin chin. In fact, the rhinoceros's horn isn't really a horn at all. It's made of, you guessed it, hair. Only it's wrapped so tightly together, it makes for one tough customer. Talk about your bad hair day. Okay, now chew on this one. Poop or scoop. Cows have 4 stomachs instead of 1 to help digest all that grass. What's it gonna be? Poop or scoop? Do cows have 4 stomachs? If you think it's a bum steer, go with poop. If it rings a bell, scoop. The answer is, it's the straight scoop. Digesting all that grass can be awful hard on the stomach. That's why cows have 4 of them. They chew grass, churn it in their stomachs, then chew it some more. I kid you not. Okay, kids, this little fish known as the wrasse can swim safely among predators because it's deadly poisonous. Poop or scoop? Is the wrasse safe from predators because he's poisonous? The answer is poop. The wrasse is safe from these nasty predators, not because he's poisonous, but because he keeps their skin and teeth free of bacteria and parasites. Now, if they can only find someone to do their hair and nails, well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only 1 right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
Game time in 10 seconds. Game cartridge loading. Check. Next game up, Riddle Snake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer and closer and closer. The riddle is, what runs yet it has no legs? What runs yet it has no legs? What runs yet it has no legs? And the answer is a nose. A clever answer, but a little crude. I guess that's why he's the Riddle Snake and not the Miss Manners Snake. So long.
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
When you think of rodents, you usually think of rats and mice. But the king of all rodents has to be their big cousin, the capybara. Capybaras live in the Amazon and can grow to weigh as much as 140 pounds.
We got 21 points in a ping pong game, plus 10 yards in a first down, minus 1 star in our fantastic solar system. And the answer is third
What could a dude use to fill up an entire house in less than a minute? Are you seeing it? The dude turned the lights on. He filled up the house with light.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time.